Kungabazeki ukuthi kuningi okuhle kulethwe inkululeko yango-1994 lapha eNingizimu Afrika. Sikhuluma nje kuleli viki elidlule, ungqongqoshe wezemfundo ephakeme umemezele ukuthi kuzokwandiswa inani lemali kwezemfundo ukuze phela labo abafundi abangakwazi ukukhokha imali yesikole bezokwazi ukufunda mahhala. Kodwa-ke inkinga ekhona ukuthi ayikho imisebenzi. Ngakho-ke uma sebeqedile lokufunda mahhala, abaningi babo bayantula. Nalabo abayitholayo imisebenzi, izimo abasebenza ngaphansi kwazo azijabulisi neze. Indaba yethu yanamuhla mbukeli ikhuluma ngayo ngqo le ndaba yezimo zokusebenza ezingekho emgangathweni kanye nokuhlukumezeka kwabasebenzi. Sawubona mbukeli, sifikile emhlophe akajali intokazi, asingabe sisapholisa amaseko, asizwe indaba yethu namhlanje. Usuku luka 1 May lugujwa njengosuku labasebenzi emhlabeni wonke jikelele. Ngaleli langa ke kubungazwa izinzuzo zabasebenzi emzabalazweni wamalungelo abo. Kodwa ke lapha eNingizimu Afrika indaba yamaholo kanye nempatho emsebenzini izona zezinye izinto ezivelele kakhulu. Uvuyisile Mdoda uyaphenya.
Umsindo wabasebenzi wozalo kungoneliseki ude wafika kuvutho ndaba egqibeleni. Noxa amawaka bebeke phansi ngalemini, kodwa bebephakamela amalungelo abo abathi kudala engathathelwa ngqalelo. Xa silanda imbali yoliqhankqalazo kunzimanga ukubona isizeka bani. Uqoqosho lweli njengolamanye amazwe beluphansi koxinezelelo ithuba elide. Into eshiye uninzi luphelelwa imisebenzi, imivuzo isala ukunyuka. Yayimeko ekusetyenzwa phansi kwazo ziphikisana nokusemthethweni.
Kunokuthi inkampani ziinveste kwi-economy, kunokuthi inkampani zenyuse ama-wages, kunokuthi inkampani ziqasha abantu zixoshe abasebenzi abawu-480,000 since 2012. Isimo esibhekene naso leso sokuphela kwemisebenzi. Ngikhuluma nawe nje kwi-mining sector alone sebebalelwa ku-23 abasebenzi sebeshonile emsebenzini. Basaqhubeka abasebenzi bayalimala, abanye bayashona emsebenzini. Sibhekene nenkinga yokukhuphuka kwe-VAT, yokukhuphuka kwe-fuel levy, yokukhuphuka kwe-road accident levy. Wescom benoNERSA babhizi njengamanje basitshela ukuthi bazokhuphula i-electricity tariffs. Zonke lezi zinto lezi zicindezela ama-salaries nemiholo yabasebenzi. Ayikhuphuki imiholo njengoba zikhuphuka zonke lezi zinto.
Usuku ngomsolozo njenge-May Day lusuku lubekelwe bucala ngabasebenzi. Kwanhlandlolo belisetyenziswa njengethuba lokuzingomba isifuba ngendima eyanjiweyo ekukhuseleni amalungelo abasebenzi. Kodwa kubonakala ngathi kulo mjikelo izinto azifani nokuqala.
Uma sikhuluma ngokucelebrate, singaselebrate nje ukuthi njenganabasebenzi sisanawo amalungelo ukuthi siyikhulumele, siyilwele. Kodwa uma ubheka isimo sezomnotho, ubheke isimo sezwe nje lonkana nesomnotho, kuncane kakhulu esingasho sithi abasebenzi bangakwazi ukucelebrate.
Abasebenzi bona bathi abasiboni isizathu sokuchulumanca xa ukhunjolo lusuku lukhulu kangaka. Bathi bothuswe ukuva ukuba baphelelwe ngumsebenzi kwihotela bebesebenza kuyo.
Usiphume lapha yana ngendlela yokuthi ayibangana notice ukuthi kuthiwe nina sanikhipha bewufika nje phambi komuntu akutshela ukuthi wena umsebenzi awuthola. Wena uyawuthola. So angazi ukuthi umthetho eSouth Africa usebenza kanjani.
Inkinga yethu eyenzakalayo ukuthi umsebenzi besimsebenzela usitshela ukuthi akanazo imali zethu zama long services, akanazo imali zethu zama leave. On top of that mina ngiyarenta, anginayo imali yokubhadala irent. Nginabantwana.
Esisiqu somantshingilane sibika ubunzima ekusetyenzwa phansi kwabo kulishishino. Bambi bathi abaqeshi benza unothanda batyesishala imithetho yolawula imeko zokusebenza.
I've got nothing to celebrate mlungu wami because kuyimanje ngibuye kuyomaketha since ngivuye ngo5 njoba ngizohlala la kwaSira ngizoshiswa ilanga kuze kube u5 futhi. Uyathola ukuthi uyaqashwa enkampanini abakunika ijacket makuthi uyasebenza uzosebenza ngamakhaza umiswe estradini uphathisa imvubu. At the end of the day awuna prominent fund, awuna UIF, awuna next, mawugula lapha akuna medical ozoyithola.
Ujabulani Dlamini walimala emsebenzini. Uthi ubunzima ogaxilayo kubo xa kwakufunwa impepha ezigunyazisa ukungeniswa kwakhe esibhedlele bamchukumisa. Isebe lezabasebenzi linoxanduva lokuhlawula indleko zonyango lexhoba umonzakalo wasengqeshweni.
Problem is Department of Labour are not paying for the medical services. We are experiencing a huge problem about the payments to medical services.
Ugqirha Mohammed Karim ngomnye wogqirha abanceda abantu abafana noJabulani. Uthi kuba nzima ukunika unyango xa isebe lezabasebenzi lizeziliza ukwenzeni umsebenzi walo. Ukungahlala kogqirha balamaxhoba ngethuba kuphela kuchana wona amaxhoba.
Very few specialists will see IOD patients. The South specialists will not see IOD patients at all. You know, it's like if you get like a skin condition related to your work, have an allergy or something similar to that, or lung specialist that because you're exposed to toxic fumes. Nobody's going to see these patients. There's nobody around. We've had difficulties in the past.
Ezo ngxaki zithi zivalele amaxhoba ithuba lokuxhamla kumalungelo asungulelwe ukukhusela abasebenzi.
Tried to speak to the local thing, written letters, we've pleaded and it basically falls on deaf ears. I mean, people are very nice and understanding, but nothing ever gets done. You know, they say, okay, we'll do it, but it's pushed from person to person, and it never gets done.
Lemizekelo ugxothwa emsebenzini ngaphandle kwesizathu esivakalayo ungafumani umnakekelo olusemgangathweni emva konzakala kusebenza ungazi noba imali zakho zophuma mhla yaphela itorho yinxalenye yengxaki ezijongela phansi amalungelo abasebenzi jikelele. Kuzatyalaziwe abantu bebila besoma de kwaphalela negazi kulwelwa lamalungelo. Ingaba lo mizamo ibiyindlalo? Yilungelo Ilungelo Lakho.
Sibonga kakhulu kwinsizwa uVuyisile Mdoda ngalo mbiko manje mbukela ukukhuluma abanzi ngendaba yethu yanamhlanje asamukele intokazi uNokuthula Sihlangu yena ke ovela kwi-Department of Labour sinayo nensizwa uBhuti uXolani Nduna yena ke uvela khona lapha ya eCCMA lanisa khona amacaleni kanti ke lapha eCasual Workers Advice Office bona bamelwe insizwa uMr Ronald Veso. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure. Good afternoon to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
All right, let's quickly get to understand a little bit about you. Ronald, tell us a bit about what the Casual Workers Advice Office actually does.
We're a non-profit organization. We're based out in Germiston. We focus on workers' rights, and our particular focus are what we call precarious workers. In other words, casual workers, labor brokered workers, contract workers, and so on.
Freelancers.
Yes, part-time workers. Who have particular difficulties in accessing their rights, and we can talk about that.
All right. Sisinokuthula osichazele wena ntokazi uvela lapha e-Labour Department. Osichazele ukuthi umsebenzi wakho kahle kahle wenzani lapha?
Okay, sanibonani kubabukeli. Igama lami nguNokuthula Sihlangu. Ngisebenza specifically ku-compensation fund.
Okay.
Sisebenza ngabantu abalimele emsebenzini.
Okay.
Nabantu abake bagula ngenxa yokuthi indawo abasebenza kuyo ingekho right when it comes to comply in occupational health and safety.
Okay, like lesa story sesilicosis
esasibona. Exactly. That's what we deal with. So what we do in the compensation fund, we provide reasonable medical aid for injured employees or those who've acquired diseases. Okay. So if you are injured at work, you don't have to use your medical aid. The compensation fund becomes your medical aid. Okay. And also, abantu abalimele, what happens is that sebatoli treatment, they come back to us if the level of disablement is above 0%. Okay. We pay them a lump sum, we call it a compensation. Yes, okay. We also pay some pension. We also compensate our dependents, our employees.
So let me just get in there quickly. Are these registered workers or abantu employment history enjani? Abanama contracts la kade besebenza khona?
Yes, in terms of compensation of occupational injuries and diseases act, so compensate kuphela umuntu on a clear contract of employment. Okay. It must be clear that there is an employer and an employee. We also compensate our interns and learners. Okay. So those who are still learning and you find that they are there because of a learnership, should they get injured, they also get compensated like full-time employees.
Okay, so mune contract you are qualified ukuthi uze nje lapho kunini uzobeka icala lakho. Alright, asiye lapha kwinsizwa ubaba uXolani ovela lapha eCCMA insizwa siyazi ukuthi nina nisiza abantu abaxakeke ngale inkinga. Awusichazele mhlambe mobuka insert wena yini oyizwayo abasebenzi mebekhala insizwa?
No, empelweni mathina eCCMA okwethu umsebenzi ukuzama ukuthi sisize abasebenzi abaxoshiwe esikhathini esiningi baxoshwe ngendlela engafanele bathi balethe inkinga zabo bavula icase la kuthina. What we normally do is nalento esibiza ukuthi i-corner up process, conciliation and arbitration. La sizoappointa khona ucommissioner ozothi ahlale phansi nomsebenzi kunye nomqashi, and ucommissioner uzozama ukuthi asize umqashi nomsebenzi ukuthi bacazulule lenkinga umsebenzi ayilethe la ekhaya kwa-CCMA. Esikhathini esiningi ngokuthola ukuthi mhlawumbe umsebenzi unokuthi afike emsebenzini athi engena nje emsebenzini, some of the cases sayithola athi umqashi wami ungitshela ukuthi akusekho umsebenzi akasangidingi, and lokho akukhona esemthethweni,
akazange
amnikeze nenotice. Lokho akufanelekile ngoba umthetho uthi umsebenzi nomsebenzi unelungelo lakhe, unelungelo lokuthi angaxoshwa ngendlela engafanelekile. And uma ngaba kunesizathu esikhona mhlawumbe umsebenzi kuthiwa umoshile emsebenzini, kuyofuneka aqala anikeze inotice ukuthi wena kuthiwa wenze lokhu nalokhu, mhlawumbe ufike late or utholakele uphethe i-product ongamelanga uyiphathe. Kufuneka unike notice, utshelwe ngama-charges wakho, unikezwe ilanga la i-case yakho izohlala khona, and ngelanga le-case lakho kufuneka unikezwe ithuba lokuthi nawe uyikhulumele. That is, there must be a procedural fairness before uxoshwe. And futhi elinye futhi isayidi ukuthi kufuneka kube khona isizathu esibambekayo, substantive fairness, ukuthi ngempela lokho esithi ukwenzile ngale ndlela ethene ethe. Kodwa uma ngabe umqashi akawalandelanga lo mgomo loyo, uyoyithola esesimweni esibucayi, ngoba uyothi ucommissioner uma ngabe bangakhona ukuyilungisa udaba labo ku-conciliation, lo daba lungandlulela phambili liye kwi-arbitration. And uma ngaba ucommissioner uthola ukuthi ngempela umsebenzi uxoshwe ngendlela engafanele, angayenza into ezintathu ukuthi reinstate, ambuyisele back emsebenzini, ayosebenza la bekade esebenza khona, ahole leholo bekade liholayo, and angaphinda futhi a-ordere umqashi ukuthi abhadale umsebenzi ngalesikhathi ebehleli ngaso ekhaya, ngoba impeleni kuyabona ukuthi umxoshe ngendlela engafanele. Or kwesinye isikhathi depending on i-evidence bekade phambi ku-commissioner bangathi i-re-employment. Kwesinye isikhathi umsebenzi unokufika athi ngixoshwe ngendlela engafanele, kodwa commissioner angisafuni ukubuyela kula msebenzi, ngicela ukuthi ngincephezelwe ngoba ngixoshwe ngendlela engafanele, kusho ukuthi ngifuna i-compensation. And then commissioner uzokuthatha lokho, uma ethola ukuthi ngempela ngaxoshwa ngendlela efanele-ke uzoyithi take into consideration, amnikeze lo compensation. And in terms of umthetho, commissioner angamnikeza compensation between 1 month to a maximum of 12 months, and izocalculatewa ngalela holo umsebenzi bekade elihola ngaphambi kokuthi aqoshwe emsebenzini.
Unsizwa wayibeka kamnandi lapho. You know, Ronald, I just want to understand from your view, what type of cases do you deal with on a daily basis, and what are some of the more prevalent ones?
Well, the Labour Relations Act was changed, effective from 2015, and labour brokered workers, part-time workers, and fixed-term contract workers got a set of new rights. And from that time, those are our major cases. We are trying to assist labour brokered workers especially to access these new rights.
Okay, hold it right there, Ronald. I want to get into more details about this set of new rights shortly after this break, because my director is going to kill me if I don't end this right now. Mbukela siphuthume itolo siyabuya khona manje. Welcome back. Ingcingo zethu seyivuliwe-ke manje 011-714-6918 or 714-6919. Singathanda ukuzwa ukuthi wena uphatheke kanjani emsebenzini. Sikhona futhi lapha ku-Facebook naku-Twitter. Namhlanje-ke sixoxa ngamalungelo akho njengomsebenzi. All right, Ronald, before the break, you were telling us about those set of rules with the current cases that you're working on. Please continue, sir.
Well, the most important one is that after 3 months of employment for labor brokered workers, the workers have the right to be deemed the permanent workers of the client company.
Okay.
The same applies to contract workers. So effectively, contract are only supposed to be 3 months and no longer, and then those workers are supposed to become the permanent workers.
Term, yes.
Yeah. The second important right is that all 3 categories of workers are entitled to be treated not less favorably as the permanent employees doing similar work. So those groups of workers, we've been focusing on supporting them, claiming the new rights. And I have to say that it's very difficult, it's a hard struggle, because you find that these huge corporations, like, for example, Heineken, Simba Chips, who's owned by PepsiCo, Unilever, and so on. They've got endless legal resources. Kolani was explaining the process of the CCMA. So at every one of those steps, they are able to put a massive spanner in the works, because they've got bottomless wallets sending legal teams in. So it's very difficult actually for workers to claim these rights, and every instance of them trying to do so have resulted in a very long battle. We've had successes. More than 8,000 workers we've been able to assist to become permanent. But if you compare that to the numbers of labor brokered workers and contract workers in the country, then in our view, there's actually very little, if anything, to celebrate for May Day, because we're in a situation where the rights of workers are actually in crisis.
Yeah, let's bring in Nokuthula there. Sis Nokuthula, I mean, when we department, do you feel ukuthi abasebenzi abaningi have achieved amalungelo abo when it comes to workplace treatment and environment?
I believe in terms of our statistics, we've got complaints, people who come to complain at the labor office, at our labor offices that we have countrywide, and we've got our inspectors that are going out to address these disputes between employers and employees. And we do find on most occasions that there is abuse of our labor relations. That's why we have the CCMA to assist us in enforcing some of the cases that may have failed the local processes up to a point where somebody is dismissed. That's where they come in and assist in enforcing such laws.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, but Colin, let's go back to our earlier point, because got dishes in Dabaye to get a break. I want you to intensify. You know, everybody knows here in Studio Guti, SABC deals a lot with what they call independent contractors or freelancers. Uthini umthetho mayelana nokuqashwa nokuqoshwa kwalowo muntu nokuphathwa futhi kwalowo muntu?
Okay. Empeleni wena manje ngoba bengizama ukuchaza when we're breaking.
Yeah.
You have abantu ababizwa ngokuthi ama-independent contractors. And ama-independent contractors are not necessarily covered by the Labour Relations Act. Ngoba ababhekwanga ngokuthi bangama-employees.
Kodwa-ke
ukhumbule kodwa ukuthi iform nokuthi umuntu ugqokiswe i-tag ethini akuphelelanga lapho. Kufuneka uwenze investigation further. Kuthi njengoba sibethi lo muntu i-independent contract ingaba ngempela yiyo i-independent contractor. And there are certain tests like i-test ye-control over, that is umqashi, what control anayo over umsebenzi.
Yes.
A question of ama-hours okusebenza, ubani odetermine ama-hours okusebenza walo muntu lo kuthiwa i-independent nenzona contractor. Amathulusi wokusebenza uwanikezwa ubani, amathulusi wakhe or amathulusi anikezwa umqashi, indlela asebenzwa ngayo i-director ubani. So yonke lo test leyo uma ibekwa and kuzokuthatha isikuthi no nangona lo muntu kuthiwa i-independent contractor, but empeleni akahlukile nomsebenzi oyi-employee.
Manje why ngathatha amacala e-CCMA
no ayalethwa amacala ku-CCMA, and then mawaletha kufuneka kube khona leyo test leyo ezothi ibekwe, and kuzodepend ukuthi ngaba iyapasiwa na leyo test leyo and ukuthi depending ukuthi uma ungena what contract owayisayina and how it was explained kuwena leyo contract and ukuthi you understand kanjani leyo contract kwenzeke isikhathi esiningi just ngifuna ukuthi ngilinke lento kunalento ngathi ikhulunywa ubaba uVeso yabasebenzi abama casuals and you find ukuthi amanye ba brokers isikhathi nesiphelile esesidlulile but besebenzisa ucasual labor baphinde basebenzise in obu-independent contractor.
Okay.
But umuntu no independent contractor and baphinde futhi bathi uyi-casual labor. And ubona ukuthi lapho into abazama ukuyenza ukubalekela ukuthi irresponsibility ukuthi umuntu aqashwe njengomsebenzi athole amalungelo wabasebenzi. Fortunately, you've had these amendments zika 2014 where zizama ukuthi zithi after 3 months as ubaba uVeso ebonisile ukuthi that person will be deemed as an employee and should not be treated less favorably or paid less than any other worker.
Zimnandi lezo indaba baba. Hayi mbukeli yini wena ushintsho ofisa ukulibona endaweni osebenza kuyona usishayele ucingo ke emva kwaleli khefu sikhona ku 0117146918 or 71469119. Email address consumer@sabc.co.za. Siyabuya khona manje. Elakho leli lungelo mbukeli sibuza namhlanje ukuthi wena ngabe yini ofuna ukuthi ishintshe kule ndawo le osebenza kuyona mhlambe indlela abakuphatha ngayo abakukhokhela ngayo noma abakutreata ngayo nje just in general towards as they treat abanye abantu. Sinaye ubhuti uTempleto all the way from Benoni on the line. Our first call Nsizwa siyakwamukela ohlelweni umbuzo noma umbona.
Yabona njani?
Siyaphila Nsizwa njani wena?
Ngiyaphila futhi.
Qhubeka ke baba.
Mani ngiyangibingelela manje impina yami lana mani bengicela ukubuza mani ngisebenza esikolweni lana one of the school angeke angazi ngifishe igama or mhlawumbe
ungalisho igama hayi ungalisho igama but
okay yeah so I work as a security guard lana esikolweni
yebo but
njengoba ngi-security guard lana esikolweni asitholi ma-off sina 6 months and ngapha sinayo ne-contract and sisebenza ama-hour abnormally because sisebenza ama-12 hours. So manje ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi kuyiqiniso kona lo ukuthi kwenzeke lo ukuthi kusetshenzwe 12 hours and futhi nemali esiyiholayo sihola imali €3,500 ngenyanga namanje njengoba kuphela inyanga kusuku lokugcina kanje imali ayikangeni nokugena incane ukugena seyingena ngabo i2 ngapha sinama debit orders esinawo
okay
noma ngabe siyagula nokugula awukhona ukuthi bathi mhlambe ahambe uyohlala endlini or kwenzakaleni.
But Templeto ngicela ukubuza Nsizwa before uhamba bakunikeza icontract enjani kuleso sikole la usebenza khona bakuclassify as i-contractor or i-freelancer or umuntu onjani?
Njengoba ngisho sithi ukuthi since i-contract asikaze sanikezwe.
Yebo. All right, okay.
From day one, bathi bazosinika contract every time after contract sizobe sinikezwe.
Okay, so abanikile ama contracts kodwa nje banikhokhela. Niyayithola i-pay slip nje bhuti?
No pay slip, no nothing.
No pay slip. Hayi insizwa cha awulalele lapho kumabona kude wakho ngiyathemba ukuthi insizwa nosisi la bazokuzama ukuthi bakutholele iplani ethiza ukuthi bakusize. Ngiyambona nobhuqulani lapho unikini ikhanda uthi cha akumele ngempela engabi yenzeka lento. Asithatha uPuleng all the way from Carltonville khona ngizoqeda ngama calls. Sekwamukela Puleng umbuzo noma umbona?
Hello Kama.
Reteng ma.
The problem more our previous company, another 2 months of the more the renta, no weekend company enter, latents of a it's almost 1 month.
Me Puleng ubereka ko kae me?
Ke mo Carltonville.
Ke ubereka ko kae mam?
Respect company security.
Oh, security mole.
Yes.
Okay, ma ba ufile contract kapa jwang?
contractor company, previous company, not is a bit different. So, Silver Services, also that last past 2 months.
Abasoli for the contracts. Okay, so how about patela chelete bal patela jwang?
I also told chelete khodi fetseng March. Ba go bolela ka
ba feletse ning go patela ma.
Ba go bolela ka
ba feletse ning go patela ma.
Ka February.
Oh, ka February. Okay, ke mama. All right, Mapuleng. All right, ma. Sizokusiza manje. Let me just throw to my guests here. We've got two very interesting callers here. We started with Templeto Ronald. He says he's a security, and the lady as well is also a security. Same issue. They don't have contracts. They work. The first guy, he works at a school. This lady works for a security company. Another company also came to take over. They still have not been given contracts, and they were last paid in February. Talk to us about. Let's start with Templeto. What rights or recourse does he have? Does he have any leg to stand on at this stage?
Unfortunately, these are very typical cases, especially in the security industry, but in a number of other industries as well. Templeto's case is particularly interesting because it illustrates that workers' rights is very dependent on the political choices that the government is making. And Templeto reminds me of this group of workers that's working with a union called Giwusa. They are known as the school patrollers, the Gauteng School Patrollers Forum, and they were 6,000 of them were just dismissed about 2 years ago, and it was particularly to avoid appointing them as permanent workers and new ones were brought in.
And it's a returning cycle.
Yes, without the necessary training, which exposes the kids, and that group of workers is actually fighting a battle with the Gauteng department to not only reinstate them, but to employ them as permanent workers. And they are inspired because just as government has done it in the education sector, where they've used this outsourcing and contracting to create a class of workers that is effectively have very little rights, they've done it in healthcare as well. But the Gauteng community healthcare workers have fought and they've secured an agreement from government to appoint them permanently. Government is trying to backtrack, but that battle is on. So what I'm saying is, as long as we have this divide in our labor market, which is very deliberately created by political choices, we can talk about neoliberalism and economic policies and those things. Those choices have created these disparities we're seeing between permanent workers directly employed, like for example the teachers, they would be in the unions, the security guards would be outsourced, very precariously employed, hardly ever in unions and so on. And those
it's cheap labor, they also use them, that is why they're not even registering them, Ronald.
We have to say cheap black labor. It's still the continuation of the system of cheap black labor and especially cheap women's labor and unpaid women's labor. The patrollers and the community healthcare workers are absolutely key to our health system and our education system. We've had that case in Soweto, where children were sexually abused.
By the school guards,
And that guard was not on the database. We looked at the case.
But you see now.
And the Patrollers Forum raised this in the public domain, that this is the kind of thing that the labor policy of the government
can't even track your
creates
own employees, and they come and commit crimes at school. Just hold that thought there, Ronald. I wanted to quickly take Tembisa all the way from PE before we go to the ad break. Tembisa, thank you so much for staying on the line. Umbuzo nomumbona ma.
Hello, ma'am.
Kunjani ma? Ngiyaphila, unjani wena?
I'm working for a company, I'm not going to mention the name.
Yes.
The company is doing the exhaust of the car, it's the motor industry.
Okay.
And there's a trend of people who are dying because of cancer.
Okay.
And I was just recently diagnosed of cancer also, but they find it at a very early stage. Now I want to know, what does a person do if the company is not doing anything and is seeing this trend and it's just quiet, no one is doing anything about it? What does the employee do?
Mamthembisa mulokhuza bachazela ukuthi mhlambe ukugula kwakho kumayelana nendawo le environment osebenza kuyona.
No, I know the parts that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the exhaust. We are manufacturing the exhaust in the company.
Okay.
And the product that we're using, it might be the one that is causing us to have cancer. Because there's a trend of people who are having cancer in our company. And nothing is happening. And it's just quiet, because some people, they don't disclose. But we hear, information always leaks. We hear that there's so many people who've got cancer, but the company is quiet about it.
Siyabonga, and I'm so sorry to hear about ubuhlungu bakho ma usuku labasebenzi phecelezi i-May Day. Ngabo lishuthini kuwe mbukeli sitshele emva kwaleli khefu, and we'll also be taking more calls and also answering those calls. Siyabuya khona manje. Mukeli, welcome back. Ngabe isho ukuthini i-May Day kuwe? Sishayele ucingo noma usibhalele ku-Facebook na ku-Twitter. Ngihleli lana nentokazi uSisinokuthula, insizwa uBod Ronald, nenye insizwa uBod Xolani. Sidingida amalungelo enu njengabasebenzi namhlanje, njengoba kusasa sigubha lona leli langa umhla ka-1 May, i-May Day. Asithathu noZipho all the way from Melville. SisinoZipho, siyakamukela ntokazi, umbuzo noma umbono.
Yebo sisi, ngiyabonga. Nginenkinga lana, ngiresignile emsebenzini.
Yes.
NgoJanuary. Ngiresigne for 4 days back, ngangabaniki notice. Ithema seyibuye incwadi eDurban company yethu enkulu, bathi abakwazi ukungikhokhela because angibanikanga notice, abanginikanga mali, bathi angizithola mali. Ngabe kuyenzekani lokho?
Okay, alright, siyabonga ntokazi, lalela nje lapho kumabona kude wakho sokuphendula khona manje. David, all the way here in Johannesburg, siyakwamukela.
Hello.
Kunjani nsizwa?
Sikhona mama.
Siyaphila nathi nsizwa, uqhubeke bakwenzani wena emsebenzini?
Okay, ngisebenza lapha eKhuka eLepasley.
Yebo baba.
Spinotech.
Yebo, wenzani lapho baba?
General worker.
Okay. Unayi contract?
So ngine contract, so since but is a temporary contract, but my thing is by temporary contract, my thing is like 3 months. Ngene February.
Okay, so a temporary contract here 3 months from February.
Yes.
Okay, which means it's still ongoing. Izophela February, March, April. Iphelile kahle kahle at the end of iyaphela namhlanje.
Okay, but khona manje ashibanitshela ukuthi iphelile othi kanjani. Iproblem ami khona manje ngilimele khona emsebenzini.
Ulimele Bot, okay?
Ngiphume amazinyo ayi2 ne.
What? Okay.
Ngiphume amazinyo ayi2 lapha emsebenzini.
Yeah.
So bona into emanthemizile yona manthemizile ukuthi nje ngifuna i-dentist ukuthi imfake namazinyo ne. Ngiyathola dentist ngiyaya kubo ngiyabanikeza le quotation yakhona lapha. Quotation yakhona bathi is 13,800.
Yes.
So khona lapha emsebenzini bathi kimi ngiyeme kancane bona bazangibhekela inye i-offer.
Okay, bazokubhekela enye i-dentist mhlambe abazoyikhokhela mhlambe ebizimali encane.
Ngathi angiyazi ukuthi imali engize ngathi yadura ngoba ngifuna permanent teeth, you see.
Okay. Alright, manje nsizwe okwamanje ke shuthi uhlela unawo lawo mazinyo okwamanje ngoba phela abakakhokheli.
Hayi khona manje anginawo amazinyo, shibanike akuna into i-offer ebathi bazonginikeza yona from emsebenzini othi nabathethe inje next.
And then put David, are you still working there because the contract yakhe iphela namhlanje? By renewal contract?
I'm still working there. Right now, they didn't even tell us whether the contract is finished or what. And it's not me, the first one. There's others, those I get them there. They also they have worked for almost a year since they said it's a temporary contract.
Oh, okay. Alright, nsizwa nangu uSisinokuthula la uzokuchazela ukuthi njengoba ulimele kanjalo kumele wenzeni. SisinokuThula.
Thanks, sis. David, I'd like to respond to David, no system visa. Yeah. David is supposed to, in terms of COIDA, ukuthi report ku-employer yakhe within 7 days. I-employer yakhe is supposed to report to us within 7 days ukuthi David ulimele. So they're not supposed to cut corners when it comes to... No, David is fully covered in terms of ECOID legislation, and he should report his employer to the Department of Labor. So he must go to the nearest Department of Labor office so that our inspectors can force his employer to complete an accident report form. Okay. That will enable David to receive the kind of medical treatment that is fit for his kind of injury. Because it's possible to David agasena mazinyo, but there are other hidden issues.
Where David, usakhona lapho ocingweni nsizwa? All right, I think we've lost David.
Yes, that's why we want David to get the right medical treatment, because intention here, Department of Labor, is not that people should lose their jobs. It's that they should be treated so that they can be fit to get other jobs. Okay. So even if he's in a temporary employment right now, he should be treated. He should not be cut off from getting a job because of this injury. Yeah. And we want this registered because in future, should David have, should the condition worsen, we need to know so that we can expose David to better medical treatment. Absolutely, so that he's fully treated. And the compensation fund will be paying for his doctor's consultation and any other specialist that is reasonable to treat the kind of injury that David has.
Okay, so sisinokuthula ningakhona ukuthi menimfonela nimchazela ukuthi process yonke izosebenza kanjani, because I think we also saw in the insert lo bhuti obekasho ukuthi it took them forever for employer yakhe ukuthi imnikeza amaphepha for him to go and get treatment. Why does that happen?
Definitely. Remember, when it comes to the compensation for our legislation, the employer buys a policy to cover his employees. So now, in terms of insurance industry, when your risk profile gets worse, your premiums go up. Okay. So it's the same that happens with the compensation fund. Okay. And when they do not report injuries, they also get rebates. So they pay less, and sometimes they even get refunds. Okay. That's one of the reasons that employers would hide injury. Exactly. Okay. It's because their profile looks good and they look like there's nobody getting injured in their environment. Now, in the eyes of our injured employees, it looks like a compensation fund is not working for them, whereas we cannot treat what we are not aware of.
Absolutely. We also we're gonna continue with this, Ms. Yilungelo Lakho. Mbukela ave sinomona isikhathi uma indaba isishisa. Kumele sithathe ikhefu lokugcina ke manje khona sobuya sigoquhlela ungayindawo. Bukeli isigaba sethu sokugcina leso othi nje ngiphuthume ngithatha insizwa ukhanyile ovela la eJohannesburg. Insizwa awuthi qaba qhubeka.
Yebo njani kodwa niyaphila?
Siyaphila insizwa, njani wena?
Siyaphila, ukhuluma noDumzane Khanyile la eJoburg.
Yebo nsizwa.
Cha sisi mina ngalimali last year ngabo September ngalimali emsebenzini nami ngi-security guard.
Yebo.
Yebo ngalimali emsebenzini ngagwazwa otsotsi 5 times.
How?
Yebo, then yangithatha icompany yangise esibhedlela bangenzela yonke into lapha eLisethi Hospital. Then mangifika eDepartment of Labor bangitshela ukuthi ngeke ngithole lutho because udokotela ubhale ukuthi mina ngiright. At the same time, I'm still suffering because right now I'm still working, but it's hard for me to stand. Even I cannot stand for hours.
Okay, all right, Sinsizwa, siyabonga kakhulu ngalo mbuzo. Very quickly, Sisinokuthula, that's yours.
What is very important is that thina sithole information good doctor. Khona i-report esibiza ukuthi final medical report. That's the report that tells us of the extent of your disablement. Okay. Now, if the doctor who's treating you says you have fully recovered and you've reached your highest or maximum recovery level and there is no disablement, there is nothing we can do. But what you can request from us is that you do what we call a Section 91. You will ask the compensation fund to review its decision. One of the things that will happen...
Or you get a second opinion.
Exactly.
I mean, a doctor could be contracted to the company. That is why they sent you there.
But what we do as the compensation fund is that we implement an independent review. We refer you to an independent specialist specialist who's never treated you to give us a second opinion.
All right.
And we implement a decision based on that report.
All right. But Qola na uthi ngize kuwena lapho Nsizwa, mhlambe just to wrap up, I mean, what are some of the fundamental things ekumele sizazi mayelana namalungelo ethu emsebenzini, be it a freelancer, a contractor, whatever?
No, into ebalulekile ukuthi abasebenzi bazi ukuthi bangabasebenzi banamalungelo which are protected semthethweni, like abafanekile ukuthi baxoshwe ngendlela engafanekile. Amalungelo wabo ukuthi uma bexoshiwe ukuthi uCCMA ukhona kufuneke ba-approach iCCMA bafake ama-dispute yabo u-30 days angakapheli, and that uCCMA uzo-settle down lo matter, a-appoint a commission njengoba bengishilo ekuqaleni, and balalele.
But then, Qola, you know, my producer is telling me something there, and this is very rampant. We always hear ukuthi CCMA has ruled upon a matter and ordered ukuthi company yenze ukuthi nokuthi, but those things are not followed up. Uthola ukuthi company does not live up to the court order.
CCMA is ne section esibiza ukuthi post hearing.
Okay.
So uma after icala selilalelwe laphela, and mhlambe kube khona settlement agreement, a conciliation, and umqashi uvumile ukuthi ngizobhatala lo mqashi lo msebenzi wami imali engaka
or ngiyambuyisela
emsebenzini.
Yes.
Lo msebenzi loyo uma ngaba umqashi engaka ereneka kulo agreement,
yes,
uyakhona ukuthi aphinde abuya eze kithina
asho ukuthi abakangikhokheli
ngale settlement le lo akakangikhokheli.
Okay.
What you normally do sizomthinta umqashi
animbophi ngani
ima wo ngaphambi ukuthi simbophe somthinta umqashi simtshela ukuthi khumbula nale agreement. Uma ngaba le agreement le awuyi
honor,
yes, kuzokukhona kuzokwenzeka kuwena. We'll make it ibe i-award. Masenza sibe i-award if kukhona imali ofisa siyibhatale, sosiza lo muntu lo ukuthi sithumelela ama-sheriff, and abantu ababhatala below a certain threshold which is about 200,000 siyakwazi ukuthi sibasize sibabhatalele lo sheriff leyo, and that sheriff can then go kumqashi and attach and umqashi makazi ukuthi usheriff uzofika uzo-attacha and azi ukuthi uCCMA uzomsiza umsebenzi. Esikhathi esiningi even before usheriff sefika uzobona sothola icall ebuya kumsebenzi athi umqashi wami sengikhokhela.
Okay. Yo, hayi ke mbukela, I hope ukuthi uzwile lapho ukuthi unamalungelo. You can even follow up after lelo cala ne-ruling ye-CCMA ukuze phela umphathi wakho ezokhona ukuthi asigcine leso sivumelano. Ronald, I mean, let's close the show now. From you, what do you want to tell us before we depart?
Well, from our point of view and experience, my fellow guests have been clear and helpful about what workers are supposed to do and where they're supposed to go, what their recourse are. But the fundamental problem is that the power balance in the workplace is so much in favor of the employers.
That's true.
That it's very difficult for workers even when they do. That's why they don't even get to the CCMA or the Department of Labor.
Okay.
The problem is the unions are collapsing.
We're out of time.
We need a new workers' movement.
Okay, that's the word, the last word from Ronald. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great show. Thank you so much. But let me thank my guests for their time and invaluable knowledge. Numbers from on our show, on our screens, and also on our Facebook pages, as well as on our social media networks. Next week, ikhona futhi insizwa kuSimpiwe uzobendlethela olunye uhlelo Yilungelo Lakho khona la mamba phambili SABC 1 Mzansi for show. Intokazi yakajali ithi imthanda nonke emakhaya. Nisale kahle.